Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who are new here, my name is Hannah. I am a flight attendant for a major US airline and I take you guys on my trips. And today we have a good one. We are going to London. Yes, you heard that right. We are going to London, Europe, in the UK. I am super excited, but I am also a bundle of nerves right now because this is just way outside of my comfort zone. I have been a flight attendant for 5 years and this is only going to be the third transatlantic flight I've ever worked. So the plane is one that I'm not super familiar with. The positions I'm not super familiar with. The service on these flights I'm not super familiar with. So you get the picture. I'm just way out of my comfort zone here. And when you pick up these trips, the crew is super senior. So to give you an idea, all but 2 of the people on my crew of, I believe there's 9 of us, were hired before I was even born. So that gives you a little bit of an idea. And you never really know what you're going to be walking into. Sometimes you walk on board and they are the sweetest people you have ever met. And then other times you walk on board and they give you this stank face and they're like, how did you get this trip? So hopefully I walk on to the first set of crew members because that would help kind of calm my nerves a little bit. Otherwise I'm going to be really freaking out because if I have no idea what I'm doing and they're not very nice, then that will not be fun. But anyways, let me get my stuff together. Let's go catch this shuttle. I'm a little bit early. Our sign-in is not until 7:20 and it's 6:35, but I wanted to make sure I had extra time to kind of familiarize myself with what I need to be doing tonight. I'm the position 7, which I believe works in the business class on these flights and not in the main cabin, which I'm kind of excited for. So, but let me still just get into this airport and make sure that that's correct because we don't want to be doing the whole completely wrong thing. I need to at least be a little bit not deer in headlights when I walk on board this plane. So position 7 is business class. So a pre-flight things that we needed to do were get the pre-departures set up and then make sure all the chairs had their headsets, amenity kits, menus. Then we boarded the plane and made our way to London Heathrow Airport. That flight time was 7 hours, 17 minutes long. On those transatlantic flights, we do get crew meals, so I opted for the ravioli. It had like a pesto sauce on it. It was pretty good. There was some fruit that I'd already nibbled on and then a caramel dessert that was delicious. I read my book after I ate and just kind of kept an eye on our sleeping passengers. I was starting to fade a little bit because it was the middle of the night. So I drank some tea and then it was time for my crew break. It was 2 hours and 5 minutes of rest that we got and I did get a little bit of sleep, so I was feeling pretty good to do our second service. You guys, I don't know how my hair is not just like completely flat at this point. Like I'm surprised it's still this curly. Like we just did a 7.5 hour flight and then I laid down for 2 hours of that flight. Anyways, we just got to the hotel. It is, I'm having to charge my watch because it died. It is 11:10 a.m. So that means it is 6:10 my time. I'm working off of maybe an hour and a half of sleep because I did not sleep the whole 2 hours I was laying down. But for some reason I still have a ton of energy. I like am not tired at all. So I'm going to use that energy and go ahead and go explore a little bit. I have been told by multiple people that I need to go see the Tower of London if I haven't done it before, which I haven't. The last time I was here, that was one of the things I didn't do. So we're gonna go see that. And then my plan after that is to come back to the hotel, rest for a little bit, and then meet up with some of the crew a little bit later because you guys, I have literally the most amazing crew this trip. I'm so thankful. They are all so sweet, like so super duper sweet, which is amazing because the last time I came to London, it wasn't that the people weren't nice that I worked with, but half of them were slam clickers, which if you don't remember what that means, it just means someone who gets to the hotel and doesn't leave the hotel until it's van time. And then the other half just already had their things that they were gonna do. So luckily on that trip, there was another girl my seniority and we were kind of like, you wanna hang out? So it ended up working out, but I'm excited to go hang out with a group of people tonight and see some extra stuff of London with people who have been coming here for lots of years. But anyways, let's change clothes and go see some parts of London. Here is the fit check for our London outing. It's kind of all over the place because I forgot my jacket at home, but one of my amazing crew members was like, hey, I have an extra one, take my work coat. So it doesn't match, but not gonna be cold. Also, I don't have an international phone plan, so I'm gonna be using our tablet to navigate how to get where I need to go today. Took me about 40 minutes to get to the Tower of London from my hotel. I had to take a bus and then walked the last 10 minutes to get here and ended up paying, I think it was 35 euros to take a tour. And then I also paid an extra 5 euros to get the audio tour with it. I'm not the biggest history person, but I do think it's cool when you can go see a piece of history in person and just kind of walk around, all of that stuff. So I did enjoy my day here. I was here for about 3 hours looking at all the different things, and it was a very overcast, kind of eerie day, which I feel like added to the experience because there was a lot of death and torture that happened here. So that was cool, but these guys were killing me. I don't know how you could just stand there for hours and hours at a time with that thing right over your eyes and like you can't do anything. I don't know, but I was loving the views over by the Tower of London. Then I decided to not take a nap and made my way over to the Borough Market to get some food because I was a little hungry. I started off with these fresh strawberries and chocolate sauce, which the chocolate hardens over the strawberries, but then if it doesn't touch the strawberries, it stays soft. So I don't know how that works, but it was the perfect little sweet treat. Then I went to the Black Pig and got a pulled pork sandwich. It was like honey truffle something, I don't remember. Then I stood in line for the humble crumble and got the apple cinnamon crumble cake, and then it's topped with hot custard. It was so good. It is so cold outside, so thank goodness my crew member let me borrow her jacket because I would have absolutely freezed in what I have brought. So shout out to Lauren for letting me use her jacket today. It is 4 o'clock. I just got back to the hotel and we are all meeting at 4:30 to go back out to do what they refer to as stop and sip. So I guess they're just gonna be like pub hopping, I'm not really sure. But I'm gonna drink a Celsius because I'm not super tired right now. I mean, I could probably lay down and fall asleep if I like really wanted to, but at this point, it's already 4 in the afternoon. If I go to sleep right now, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight, and I'd rather be tired at this part of our trip than tomorrow on the flight back home. So we're gonna drink this Celsius. I'm gonna freshen up a little bit because you guys, I've been in the same makeup since it's been almost like 24 hours since I've been in this makeup. And like, I don't know if you guys who wear makeup, like if you just probably know the feeling where it just is like, I don't want this on my face anymore. But it's like, I don't have time to take it off and redo it, and that would just be silly at this point. So I'm just gonna kind of freshen up a little bit, clean it up a little bit, and then we're gonna go back out and do some more fun London things until it's time to go to bed. I could not believe how dark it was already at 4:45 in the afternoon. It was blowing my mind, but we walked over to the Battersea Power Station, which has been turned into this really beautiful mall, and it's surrounded by new beautiful buildings, just gorgeous. And then we stopped and sipped, had some food, and that was our evening in London. You guys, it is 11:30 London time, which means it is 6:30 my time. Honestly, have no idea how I am still a functioning human being at this point, like how I'm even still awake. But we just got back to the hotel and our London adventures are officially over. I am about to get in the shower. It is going to feel so good to take this makeup off. I have been ready to take this off for the last like 5 hours, so super excited to be able to do that. And then I still actually need to do my devotions for the day, so I'm gonna try to read those quickly. They're usually super quick, so I don't think that'll be a problem. And then I'm gonna get in the bed, and then we are gonna work our one little flight home, and that's gonna be our London adventure, our London trip. So good night, guys. I will see you in the morning for day number 3, go home day. Good morning, it is day 3, go home day. I got pretty decent sleep, so I'm feeling okay this morning. I'm about to go catch the van, but I wanted to show you guys. So London is super strict about liquids. So this is the liquid bag that they give you, and every single one of your liquids has to go in this bag, even for crew members, which there's only been one other airport that is strict on crew members about liquids and the size of their liquids, but London is like super strict. So if you have any liquids that are not in this bag that they just find, like I accidentally left, like I didn't personally use, but I'm saying like if I would have accidentally left chapstick or something and then gone through security, they like freak out and will put you in this little black book. And if your name gets written in that book 3 times, supposedly you're not allowed to work to London anymore. So the last time I went through here, I didn't have any issues, but the girl that I had hung out with the whole layover had some issues because she thought she was checking a bag. They didn't know she was checking her bag, and she had like oversized liquids, and they started freaking out on her, and she's like, I'm checking my bag. And they're like, you didn't tell us you were checking her bag. And it was like a whole big thing. She got put in the black book. But it's all these things that it's like honest mistakes, like, oh sorry, just throw it away or whatever, but they can't do that. They have to like make this big scene about it. So that's one reason why people don't always pick up London, is because of the whole liquid issue. The TSA agents don't really love us over there, so they like to yell at us if they have an opportunity to do so. So hopefully all my liquids are in here and we're good to go this morning. But let's go downstairs and catch the van and get this little one leg home done. Nobody had any issues with TSA when we were going through, so that was exciting, and all the agents were super sweet, so that was a nice little surprise. But our flight back to Charlotte was 8 hours and 11 minutes, so a little bit longer than on the way over. I opted for the pasta again for our crew meal and had this, I think it was like a red Charlotte something cake. It was actually pretty good. After we finish our first meal service in the middle, but until it's time to do our arrival service, we have snacks set up for the business class passengers. But I took second break again. Our break was a little bit longer since the flight was longer. We had 2.5 hours to rest, and y'all, I was out hard. Well, you guys, that was a really good trip. Got me really excited to pick up more international in the future. I've got some names that I can be on the lookout for too when I'm looking on trips to see if any of them are on the crew, because that was literally the most perfect crew I could have worked with. Like, they were all so nice and so helpful. Like, I didn't feel weird asking any questions because they were just so easy to talk to and were so nice about showing me what to do. So we love that. But I'm tired. I do have another trip tomorrow, which is going to be rough. So I need to get home and try to get all of that situated. Luckily, it's a later sign-in. I think the sign-in's at like 5:20 in the evening. So it's 4 o'clock right now. So I'll probably get home around 6-ish and probably get ready for that, and then try to get as much sleep as possible, sleep in tomorrow morning, and then try to get some stuff organized for that trip. So let's get on the road. Let's get home. It's a Saturday, so there shouldn't be any traffic, which is good. But as always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.